lovelies, welcome back. It's your girl Katie here, and today's video I'm going to be doing a makeup tutorial, and today's makeup tutorial is inspired by Valentine's Day. So Valentine's Day is coming up, and I've wanted to do a makeup tutorial. I was kind of getting that itch. I was like, you know what, I really want to play with makeup today. So I was like, oh yeah, Valentine's Day is coming up. Let's do a look inspired by that. So that is what I'm going to be doing today. So to no further ado, let's just go ahead and get started. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and prep my skin. I kind of already prepped it a little beforehand, but I feel like I need a little more moisturizer. So I'm just going in with this moisturizer from Avent. I don't know, I got it in a box a while back, and it's just what I'm using up, so I really don't have any like, I don't have much to say about it. It's just a moisturizer. One that I happen to have. Not like my favorite moisturizer or anything, just trying to use it up. Just going to go ahead and prep my face. I was just thinking, I haven't done a makeup tutorial in a really long time. Like, I've been doing my unboxing videos and things like that, but I haven't done like an actual tutorial, so I may be out of practice. We'll see. Alright, so I am going to go ahead and zoom you guys up. Unfortunately, you're going to have to be zoomed up on my red face right now, but that's okay. So I am just going to say that you don't have to buy any of the products that I'm showing today. That's not the point of this video. I'm not trying to get you to buy any products. This is just kind of a fun do a tutorial with me kind of thing. So I did want to mention that any of the products that I'm showing today, you don't have to accomplish this look. Honestly, I want my tutorials to be kind of like a do your makeup with me or along with me kind of vibe. So just use whatever products that you have. Hopefully you can find something that has like similar colors maybe that I'm using, but really anything will work. So first up, foundation. I'm going in with the ColourPop Pretty Fresh foundation. This is just one of my favorite foundations, and I enjoy using it, so that's why I'm using it. I have it in the shade Light 45W, and I'm just going to go in with a beauty blender. So then I'm just going to go in and apply my foundation. Like I said, any foundation you have will work. Doesn't have to be the one that I'm using. On camera, my face looks so red. It doesn't look that red in person, and it must be my lighting today or something. Alright, so foundation is all on, so now I'm going to go in with concealer, and I'm using the e.l.f. 16-hour camo concealer here. It's in the shade Light Sand, and I'm just going to go ahead and highlight the areas that I want highlighted, and also maybe cover up a little blemishes a little better. That foundation is, I would say it's like light to medium coverage, so if I have pimples, it usually doesn't, like, it covers them, but not like fully covers them. Alright, now I'm just going to take a big fluffy brush, and I'm going to go ahead and set my face using the Too Faced Born This Way setting powder. It's just in the shade Translucent, and I'm just going to lightly set my face. Alright, so now I'm going to move on to brows. Now, I don't know, normally I would skip showing this process because, I don't know, I always figured people didn't think it was interesting or just kind of find it boring, because honestly, I don't really do much when it comes to brows, but then again, I've heard people want to see how the brows are done, like how each person does their own brows. So let me know down in the comments if you want to see how I do my brows, or if you don't care and just want me to skip over it. Let me know down in the comments. For this video, I am going to go ahead and show how I do my brows, just if anybody is curious. But like I said, I really don't do that much to my brows. So I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz crown here, pencil, whatever you want to call it. It's in the shade medium brown. Yeah, this is just what I happen to have on hand. I really like the CoverGirl one. I'll have to look and see if they even have that pencil anymore. I think it's called like the micro brow pencil. I really like it, but I haven't bought it in a while, and I've just been trying to use it up. But yeah, so again, don't feel like you have to buy the product that I'm using. It just actually happens to be what I have on hand at the moment. And the CoverGirl one that I really like is in my vanity, and I'm too lazy to go get it. So what I do for brows is I really just fill in. Like, I keep the shape because I'm pretty happy with how my brow shape is, but I really just lightly fill it in because my hair is thin. So, you know, they just look a little patchy, so I'm just going to go in and fill them in. So I like to do a light fill in, and then I'll take the spoolie side and just kind of buff it out. Kind of like to soften a little bit so it doesn't look as harsh. It probably still does, but this is just what I do. I really need to trim my brows. They're getting kind of long. Like, the hair gets long, it just doesn't, I don't know, it's thin but long. And then sometimes if I notice that I buffed out an area too much a little bit, I'll just go back in. And I basically just do that until I'm happy with how it looks. That's all I do. And there you go, brows are done. Like I said, very simple. I really don't do that much to them. Just simply fill them in a little bit and spread the product around. Alright, so moving on, now I'm going to go into bronzer. And I'm just going to be using the Iconic London, what's it called? Ultimate Bronzing Powder. It's in the shade medium brown. Again, you don't have to have the product that I'm using. Just grab whatever bronzer you have. I'm sure it will work just fine. Just going in, bringing a little life back to the face. I don't know about you guys, but I am ready for spring. I used to not mind winter as much, like I didn't mind the cold, and I don't, but I don't know. I'm just ready for spring right now. We haven't even had like that bad of weather. I don't know, I'm just over it. I don't know why. Alright, so moving on to blush. And since this is a Valentine's themed tutorial, and so I thought why not just go ahead and use the ColourPop blush here that's in the shape of a heart. This is in the shade of My Type, and this is their pressed powder blush. They came out with these a couple of years back during Valentine's Day. I don't know, they might have re-released some more. I haven't kept up with it. I know that it was 2 years ago or so they came out with the first launch, the Valentine's Day collection, and they came out with another one. They have a lot of launches, but anyways, I'm using the shade of My Type. Just a very pinky blush. So I'm gonna go in with this. And then I like to apply it a little bit on my nose, just so my nose doesn't look so pale compared to the rest of my face. I don't know. I like doing my nose. Not like too much. I may have done too much. That's okay. Alright, so that's done. Highlighter. I'm going to use the Catrice Cosmetics More Than Glow highlighter. I think Catrice Cosmetics has some really nice highlighters. I haven't tried every single one of them, but I've tried 2 of their highlighters so far, and I think they're really good quality, considering, you know, they're more affordable. I believe they're a drugstore brand. But anyways, moving on. Let's see. Do I have a highlighter brush? Doesn't have to be exactly a highlighter brush, just a smaller. I'll just use this one. I think it's technically a eyeshadow brush, but it'll work. Alright. I think another reason why I'm so over winter right now is I've just been so dry. Like, my skin's been dry, my throat's been feeling dry, everything just feels dry. My hair, especially my hair. And it's not even just the dry. Whenever it gets like dry with like the winter cold dry here, my hair gets so staticky. I just get staticky. Like, I'm constantly shocking like stuff. Like, I touch something metal and it's just, ugh, I hate that. Static is the worst. But I don't know why that happens with me. I don't know. It's weird. I don't like it. I don't like being constantly shocked. But it always happens around winter time for me. See, that just adds like a nice little subtle glow. It's not like super beaming, but I could build it up probably to beaming, but I don't know. And it doesn't even take that much to get to this. Yeah. I think I add way too much blush, but it's okay. It's a Valentine's theme. It's going to be all about pink. Alright, so face is now done, so now I can move on to the eyes, which is, I think, one of my favorite parts about doing makeup is just coming up with an eye look. Alright, so the palette that I'm going to be using. Nude Prism, Lunar Beauty. Which doesn't have as much pink as I thought it was going to have. I haven't actually used this palette, so I may grab another palette just because I thought this had more pinks in it, but I realize now that it only has 2. So I'm going to go look through my palettes and see if I can find one that has a bit more pinks in it. Alright, so I went and looked through my palettes, and I think I'm just going to combine palettes because I really want to use this Nude Prism palette just because, I don't know, I haven't used it yet and I wanted to use it. And I may just use this palette only, but we'll see. But I went ahead and grabbed this Malibu Barbie palette from ColourPop. It has a lot of pinks in it as well, so we'll see. I may dip into this one, I may not. I may just stick with the Nude Prism only. But anyways, Lunar Beauty, Nude Prism. I'm going to go into this Cherry Blossom shade here first. This is really what drew me to it, and I really want to use this shade, so that's what I'm going to go in with first. So let me grab a brush. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and dip into that Cherry Blossom shade, the very nice pink shade here, and yeah, we'll go from there. Like I said, I really didn't have I have an idea of what I want to create, but I don't really have a plan for sure, just kind of going with the flow, because that's how I do things. Alright, so I'm just going to lightly tap this and kind of use it as my transition shade, but just kind of prepping. Now, I will confess that I did not do any research on any of the products that I'm using today, so there is a risk that some of these may have been discontinued. I don't know. Like I said, the whole point of me doing these tutorials is not to try to get you to buy products, because that's not what I do. And because, you know, a lot of people may already have these products that I'm using today. Who knows? It's a pretty pink color. I do like this shade. It's a nice soft pink. I could just see myself using just this shade on its own. Like if I was doing kind of like a no makeup day, you know, kind of one of those things. Like where you just want a little bit of something but not a lot. It's very pretty pink. It's like a baby pink shade. It does have some kick up though. Alright, so there's that on. So now, I do really like the pink, but I think I want a little more definition. So, alright, so now I'm going to go into the Barbie palette. I'm going to go ahead and dip into it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into this shade right here, which is a bit darker than what I have on right now. It's called Boardwalk, and I'm just going to dip into that. And I'm going to focus this more into the crease. May have to get a bigger brush. I don't want it, I don't want to pull it down. I want it mostly in that crease. That's why I chose a smaller brush. I think this will work. Yeah, that's just kind of making it pop a little more. Alright. So I think that's what I want to do for there. Alright, so that's done. Now I really wish this palette had like a deep pink or something. It doesn't. So I may have to go back into the Barbie palette I'm really torn. I don't want to use a brown. I want to use a pink to deepen up my corners, which I don't really want to have to go in and dip into another palette, but I might. But I'm thinking I might use this shade right here, but it's really kind of bright. I think I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to lightly use it. So, let's see if I can find a brush. I might just end up using that same brush I just used. Where did you go? Might just end up using this brush. Yeah, I'm just going to use the same brush I used earlier. So I'm going to go into this, but I'm going to go in kind of light. I want to see if I'm going to like how this is going to look. Alright. Or if it's even going to be dark enough. I don't know. It doesn't look bad. I don't know. I really wish it was deeper, but it's not bad. Alright. Yeah, I'm liking how this is looking. I was contemplating about putting it kind of in the corners, but I don't think I want to. No, I think I'm going to leave it as is. Alright, so that's done. Now, what do I want to do for the shimmer? Alright, so I'm going to go back into the Nude Prism palette here, and I'm going to go into the shade Sam here, which is kind of a pinkish gold. I guess it would be rose gold shade, but we'll see. I'm going to start placing that right here. We'll see if I like that. Because I did want this look to be kind of softish, not, I don't know. I wanted it to be kind of a softish pink, but now that I added that bright pink in the corner, it's not really looking as soft as I wanted it to, but it's not bad. So this is what happens when I don't have a plan and I just go with the flow. I may end up putting a darker pink shimmer shade that's not like, I don't know, it's not very pink. I want it more pink. I think I'm going to go ahead and dip into this, in the Barbie palette, this one right here, and then kind of put that like on the outer corner. I think that's what I'm going to do. Kind of just blend it in. Yeah, that's looking more what I'm wanting. I'm going to go back into that brighter pink shade on the corners and just kind of reapply it a little. Yeah, that's what I'm liking. Alright, so I'm going to do it again, but I think I'm going to go ahead and go into this pink shade first and put it down, the shimmer, and then I'll put the other one on. So about halfway. I'm bringing it about halfway up. Or in, whatever you want to say. Now I'm going into the Nude Prism and applying the other shimmer. Now I'm going to do the bottom lash line. So going back into the first shade that I used, that really light pink from the Nude Prism palette. Just going to go in with that first, just kind of buff that on my bottom lash line. Then I'm going into the Barbie palette and going in with the other pink that I used. Kind of lightly buffing that out. And kind of going in with like a flatter brush. I'm going to go into that hot pink, kind of darker shade. Just like lightly kind of put that right along my lash line. I really don't want to put too much of this on because it could get too overpowering. Just lightly, like that. Alright, eyeliner. So first off, I'm going to go in with this white eyeliner. It's just one from ColourPop. It's in the shade Exit. And I'm going to place this on the very bottom waterline. Again, this is a step that I would normally skip showing you guys just because there's really not much to it. So let me know in the comments if you would prefer if I kept this in the tutorial videos or just cut this out. Because I don't want to bore you guys, and sometimes I'm like, oh, this step is kind of boring. I don't know if they'll want to watch this. So let me know down in the comments. Your input would be greatly appreciated. Alright, so moving on to the top eyeliner, I'm going to be using this My Beauty brand black liquid eyeliner. Again, this is a step that I would normally skip showing you guys, but I have had a couple of you guys kind of ask me about how I do my wing liner. Again, I keep it pretty simple, and I'm not the greatest at wing liner. I mess up a lot, but hopefully I won't mess up today. So I have like hooded eyelids, or at least I think that's what's considered to be hooded. It's not like, I don't have super hooded, but I do have hooded eyelids. So I have to do my eyes kind of different than I think normal people would, especially like when it comes to even just my own eyes. Like this eye I do different than I do this eye because this eye has a bit more creases, especially like when it comes to the outer corner. Anyway, so I'm just gonna start doing what I normally do. So I like to start out in the inner corner first, and I just draw a light line. Hope you guys can see. This is hard to do on camera. Anyways, I just follow the natural like curve of my eyelid. And now when it comes to the part where you draw the wing, I like to just draw like a little line. Like I said, I'm going to do these two eyes totally different. So this side I draw just like a line. Kind of like that, and then I'll pull it in, like kind of draw the wing that way. That's kind of how I do my wing. Again, I'm not an expert at the wing. I just do my best. And they never turn out the same, usually. Alright, so now this one, I do kind of like the same in the beginning. I just follow the curve of my natural lid, or eye, whatever you want to call it. Now this one, because it has more of that crease in the corner, I can't just draw it like I did this one, like just straight out. I have to kind of, I close my eye. I'm gonna try to explain it. It's really hard for me to explain it. Like I've never really had to explain it out loud what I'm doing. So I close my eye and I draw it more higher up than I did on this side. I'm getting distracted, sorry. Okay, so close my eyes and I draw it like this. See that crease right there? Oops. Sorry, my camera was out of focus and I didn't notice it till now. I don't know how much it was out of focus. Okay, so I had to draw it up higher up. So when I close my eyes, it looks like it's kind of going straight up. But when I open my eye, it's on my side, kind of, if that makes any sense. I don't know. I'm just going to do what I normally do, and I'm not going to explain it, or not going to talk while I'm doing it. So then I just kind of bring it down like that. I know I'm probably doing really bad at explaining this. See, it looks totally different when I close it, and then when I open it, it lines up how it should. And then I just make adjustments. anyways, that's what I do. And it turns out okay. Not perfect. Definitely not like your perfect wing, but that's how I do it. Alright, so that's that. There you go. That's how I do my eyeliner. Alright, mascara. I'm just going to use what I have right here in front of me. Wonder Beauty Mile High Club Voluming Lengthening Mascara. I'm just using this up. I do really like how thin this wand is. It makes it easy, especially for the bottom lash line. Alright, so I'm going to go back into the Nude Prism palette, and I'm going to grab this shimmer shade right over here in the corner. It's like I like it to use it as like highlighting. I like to use shades like this as like a highlighting shade, but I'm going to put this in the inner corner of my eyes just to make them pop a little bit. And I normally place it underneath my brow bone as well. Alright, so unfortunately my camera stopped recording because my viewfinder battery died, and I didn't notice until now. So, I'm not sure what has been cut off and where I was last. I think I just had finished my eyeliner, and I'm not sure if I put my mascara on. So, I'm going to walk you through what I just did, because I'm not going to take this all off and do this all over again. So, I went ahead and put mascara on. After I did my eyeliner, I finished up my eyeliner, and I went in with mascara, and I went in with just the Wonder Beauty Mile High Club here. It's the Volume Lengthening Mascara. I placed that on, did a little bit of this action. This is just a mascara that I'm just using. It just happens to be sitting next to me. I don't have any like recommendations for this mascara. It's not bad. I really like how this wand is thin enough to where it's really easy to do the bottom lash line. But again, I'm not here to sell you products, so use whatever mascara you have. Anyways, I put my mascara on. Then I went in and went ahead and put some lip product on here. I went in with this Tarte Juicy Lip product here. It's in the shade Rose. I don't know how to say that word, so that's why I'm giving you guys a close-up of that word. I think it's not gonna try. Anyways, I placed this on my lips because I really just wanted a kind of a glossy lip look without it being like anything complicated. I don't know, I thought this would pair well with the eye look, and I think it does. Alright, so I did that, and then I set my face using the Fenty Beauty setting mist here. It's the What It Do setting mist. Spritz that all over my face. So I put that on my face, and yeah, here is the completed look. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I would consider this to be a soft glam look. I don't know if that's the technical definition of a soft glam. I don't know if soft glam, it doesn't have sparkles or the shimmer, if it stays matte. I don't really know. Anyways, I consider this a soft glam look. I'm pretty happy with how this turned out. It is pretty much what I envisioned. Kind of like what my idea of a Valentine's kind of look is. Anyways, so that is going to do it for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Sorry for the weird cutoff of having a gap and not really seeing how I finished everything, but I got through the eyes, and that was the most important part. I think that's the part that would be like, yeah, I kind of need to see how that turned out, or how you did that kind of thing. So yeah, I apologize for the weird cutoff. I'm sorry. I didn't realize it wasn't filming, and I feel bad now, but I think I got the most important parts in the video. But yeah, that is going to do it for today, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to give this video a big thumbs up because that really does help my channel. And also, let me know down in the comments what you guys thought of my tutorial today. And also, if you guys have any video suggestions. I'm really not sure what to post right now. I'm kind of in this weird kind of slump. I don't even know if I'd call it a slump. I'm just really unsure of what to do with my channel right now. Gonna be honest, like I love doing the makeup part, but I don't know what you guys want to watch. I really don't. Like I do my charm boxes every month. I know you guys enjoy seeing those, but other than that, I really don't know what you guys want to see. So let me know if you guys have any video suggestions, and if you do, leave them down in the comments because I love chatting with you guys down there. But yeah, other than that, I hope you guys have a wonderful day and a wonderful week, and I will catch you guys in my next video. Bye!